Hi, my name is Olga Horvat and this is Clea. Welcome to Pet Friendly Living. Hi, I'm Olga Horvat and this is Pet Friendly Living. This month is the 2-year anniversary of my book, Paranormal Pooch. It's a true story about our family dog named Princess who came to our life about 7 years ago. She stayed with us for only 4 months and she completely changed our life. She was so amazing that I had to write this book. This episode of Pet Friendly Living is the birthday celebration of Paranormal Pooch. You'll see many unforgettable moments filled with joy, laughter, excitement that transformed my life for the better.
Hi, I want to let you know about Paranormal Pooch, a brand new book by Olga Horvat.
I'm honored to be here with Miss Olga Horvat. Hello, Olga!
Hi.
Olga is the author of that great book, Paranormal Pooch, which describes the experiences she had with her dog, Princess. Very strange happenings in that experience, isn't that right?
Yes.
But does it have a happy ending?
Definitely does. We grew up as a family and we spiritually are much more complete and content and we enjoy our life to the fullest now, thanks to the princess.
The princess took her on an amazing journey, and you can read about it. It's a great stopping stuffer. Paranormal Pooch, get it here. Tomorrow she's going to be signing books.
Time now for the ridiculous. Tonight we're adding the supernatural spirits that possessed this poodle. Yeah, you heard me right. It's a harrowing tale of one woman's journey to the dark side because of a purebred toy poodle named Princess. To really set the scene, we have to take a look at a video the woman posted on YouTube. Good question. What would you do if you came home and your dog was suddenly and inexplicably acting strange and out of character? How would you possibly know how to deal with the situation? There's simply no way to know how to deal with it until now. That's right. Self-described award-winning artist and color therapist Olga Horvat has finally written the book on poodle possession, and it's about time. The video goes on for more than 2 minutes, by the way, as does that rockin' keyboard jam. You can Google it. I'll just cut to the chase. The book is called Paranormal Pooch, and it's described as an eye-opening story about one family's 4-month sojourn into the dark and unknown side of the canine world.
This is, yes, the one, the only, the unique Diana Montfort show, and I am uniqueness personified, Diana Montfort. And my guest is Ms. Olga Horvat, who wrote a fascinating book called Paranormal Pooch, a true story of the dog who healed one family. Tell us about yourself, first of all. What made you? What made you go into loving animals the way you do? First of all, where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from Croatia. That's ex-Yugoslavia. And I came here a long, long time ago to study at the Fashion Institute of Technology to do my master's degree, actually, in art.
Wonderful.
That's the reason why I came here. Dogs, I was always inspired by animals, especially dogs. And how I started the whole business and how I started especially dog business is a part of the story that's in my book. I would say that it started with a poodle, with a story that's in my book. When my family and I, when we've got Princess, that was her name. She was very, very special dog. And she was so amazing that actually I had to write a book about her. And that's actually how it started. That was the same year, 2006. I started my business, and we've got a dog, and so many things happened at the same time that just inspired me to write a book several years later.
What happened?
Happened so many things. If you watch Paranormal Activity movie, that's about what was happening, very similar to that, but dog is in the movie.
Well,
so.
Was your dog possessed?
For people who are disbelievers, it's going to be very hard to
if they're watching my show, they believe in everything. They believe in fairies. Yes, you were saying.
The introduction of this book is written by very prominent paranormal expert, Joshua P. Warren. And he said that actually animals are more paranormal creatures than human. And we don't realize that it's been forever that animals are much more sensitive to paranormal activity, that they are much more in touch with another world, with another dimension. And it's just, we don't realize, we human put ourselves first, like in the center of the universe. Like, we don't realize that animals are also a part of our life, and they are incredibly sensitive to paranormal activity too. And yes, they could get possessed. If you believe in human possession, then you must believe in animal possession.
Are animals possessed by other animals or by discarnate entities who were human, or what?
I believe it's possible, everything. I mean, even a very, very prominent, well-known philosopher, like Greek philosopher Pythagoras, he believed in reincarnation, and he actually he loved dogs. He actually started a dog culture in Egypt, and he was so much fascinated by dogs that that he said that dogs are so close to humans that he believes that at the moment when person is dying, he would actually bring the dog and hold next to the dying person and waiting for the spirit to depart, so that dog would accept the spirit of dying person.
Transmigration of the soul, yes.
So if he and just to mention, like other cultures like Hindus, they believe that people can be the spirit of people, of human, can go into animal's body, and the other way around. So it's just the way how you look at this world. I mean, after we went through all of this with our dog, I believe that everything is possible.
Now, what exactly did you go through?
First, when we got her, she was very strange. She was just very different dog from any dog.
I'm a strange bitch, but I'm not possessed, okay.
She didn't like to eat first, and we thought, okay, she's baby. She was 4 months old. Let's just give her more time to adjust and all that. So we had a lot of trouble just making her eat food. And I would call the breeder and ask, what is the problem? Is the food right that I'm giving her? She just gave me instruction what food to give her. So that was one. The other, sleeping disorder. She didn't want to sleep. You know, she would sleep during the day. At night, she would have a lot of problems. But we were, at the beginning, we were thinking this is all what's about having a puppy, and we just have to wait a little bit. Everything will just come around, and she's going to just be fine. But that was just the beginning. And then she was very strange in a way that she would just stand in front of the bathroom door and stand and stare at the door for an hour, like, what's going on?
Was there a ghost in your house?
I believe something came with her.
Oh, I see.
I believe something that when we are talking about possession, I think that's something that that came with the person, or followed the person, or followed the dog, or something was with her. She came from Nebraska, and Nebraska. Later on, when I researched on internet and read some material, the place she came from, it's really a weird place. There are so many stories on the internet.
Well, we're also seen in Nebraska, so sorry, Nebraska. Well, we were seen in Nebraska. But so, is Nebraska known for its spiritual activity?
Especially the place she came from.
Is this because of the Native Americans who used to be there and were
one of the things
murdered by our people? You know,
it could be. But there are a lot of ghosts there, a lot of activity going on, especially in that village, in the village where she came from. And also her breeder, she was kind of not very talkative. She was distant. She didn't like me to call her. I just had a feeling she was called too. So. So something was going on over there before she came to us.
So now, how did she heal your family? What was wrong with your family?
What was wrong? It's not that we are wrong. Like, a lot of people live in a way that we were not enough open to the world. After we went.
Could that be because you originally came from another country? And
it's one of the reasons.
And it's my family was from Spain, and we weren't very open to the world because the world was not our world. This was this hostile American world, you know, and we didn't trust American people. Who are these people? What are they about, you know?
Right. I mean, it could be one of the reasons, but we were not very much spiritual. I think we were not religious either.
No.
So we were kind of lost in our work, I would say. We had pretty good life, but we were not really much like enjoying, in a way, like living in the moment, which dog and animals basically can help you.
They have no choice. They always live in the moment.
Right.
There is no future, there is no past.
That brings me to my last question. Why do you focus more on treatment for dogs? Is it because you love dogs so much?
Of course.
Is that what it is?
That's
Okay.
how it started. I started my business 6 years ago with my dog.
Okay.
With my
Hold
dog.
up that book. It's an amazing cover. Look at that.
Okay. So there's something that happened to the dog that we had, my family and myself.
Wow.
Her name was Princess, and she inspired me actually to become a color therapist. And it's actually a very interesting story. It's a little bit scary too, but it's just right for this month of October, because Halloween is coming up.
At the time of airing, it's probably going to be a Halloween.
So, but the ending is just great. It's a beautiful story, something that happened to us, and we still love her. She's with us, and she did so many great things.
Olga doesn't want to give the whole story away, so you need to go check it out. Amazon bestseller for about 2 years back?
It was last year, actually.
Last year?
Last summer.
It was a bestseller on Amazon. So many people reading the book, so maybe there's definitely something in it for all of us as well. Check it out, Paranormal Pooch.
Paranormal Pooch.
Tell your artist we love the cover, and I love the name too, so that's great.
thank
I'm
you.
sure we'll love the insides as well.
Now, you had a little dog called Princess. There's a old story about little Princess. And I want to tell our viewers about it because you started, because of her, you started the healing process. I don't know how the story started. She was motivating you to get so involved with this. I mean, tell us, our viewer, about what happened with Princess, her story, your book. Tell us all about it.
Right. Princess, by the way, that's her.
Yeah, wonderful. You hold it perfect.
So, Princess is, it's our family. She was our family dog. And the whole story started about 7 years ago when we got her. And she flew from Nebraska, from the breeder. She came to our home in New York. And for the first 4 months, we had so many things going on, which were, the book is Paranormal Pooch, which,
yes.
You know,
unusual.
Very
Yes,
unusual
yes.
and weird things with her. So at the beginning, it wasn't really good, the things that were happening, and we just couldn't figure it
How
out.
old was she when you got
She
her?
was 4 months when she got to
Baby,
our home.
yes.
She was baby. We just got her from the breeder.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm Cognac with Elaine, and we are here at the very first pop-up shop on Lexington Avenue in the Roger Smith Hotel. And I am here with the famous author, Olga Horvat, about her new book, Paranormal Pooch. Welcome. Welcome to the LongIslandExchange.com. Welcome to Cognac's Corner magazine.
Thank you for having me here.
Yes. Now, this is a very exciting book that you just wrote. Tell my audience what inspired you to write a book about
My dog.
this.
I had a dog named Princess 5 years ago, and my family and myself went through a lot of strange experiences with a dog. That's why the name of the book is Paranormal Pooch. And at the beginning, everything was completely wrong, but at the end, it turned out to be the best experience we ever had. And we just grew up as a family spiritually. We changed our habits. We started meditation. I changed my business. It's completely holistic and energy wellness
And
product.
this is all from purchasing a this pet poodle that you purchased.
Right.
Is this the dog that's on the cover?
Yes, that's my dog.
And this is Gigi.
Wow,
This is
that's
Gigi
so
La Rouge Oriole. It means Gigi with the red ears. This is my new baby.
Baby.
She's my new baby.
Hello?
She's a teacup poodle. She's about 5 months old now. She weighs about 1.5 pounds.
Wow.
And she's a Southern Belle. But more about you, darling. I want to hear more about you.
You know, my dog looks like your dog, except that it was all white.
Yeah, she's a party poodle. As you can see, she's got the red on the ears. That's why I called her Gigi La Rouge Oriole. La Rouge is red and Oriole is ears. She's got red on the ears and she's got some red markings around her eyes.
I see.
Now, why do you say it changed your whole life, purchasing this little pet poodle? What did it do to make to change your life?
People, you know, they don't understand that sometimes, actually many times, bad experience can change you much more than like happy, nice experiences. Because then you have to look deep down into yourself, who you are, what you do for a living, like who are your friends, like, you know, just evaluate the whole the meaning of life, and that's what she inspired me. She just actually not inspired, she just pushed us into a situation that we had to think. And usually people don't like to think, they just like to live their life with no thinking.
Yes. Give my audience an experience that you had that you felt this.
Oh, the whole book is about experience. Actually, the whole book is about what we went through the dog, and just the last 3 chapters is what we learned from that experience. So these are paranormal experiences. So for people who don't believe in supernatural, maybe it wouldn't be the right book, but supernatural lovers, like, they would just enjoy, because it's full of action, full of so many things, and everything that happened was just within 4 months period of time. Which she, from the beginning, she was very, very different. Like, she just she would just like stare into the door of the bathroom, and she would just see things that nobody else could see. And we couldn't connect that it could be something paranormal. But little by little, things started escalating, and to the point that so many weird things were happening in the house. So
the house was haunted.
It looks like it was while we had her. So. Right, so it was kind of struggle that we were going through, and at that moment I couldn't find the reason why all of this is happening, and of course I couldn't find like what I'm going to learn from this experience. But the learning side happened like a few years later. So it's not like right after we went through the whole thing. It's like it's a process. It's a process. It's not like one thing that happened that changed our mind and our style of life.
It's a series of events.
A series of events that happen.
How interesting. How very interesting. Now, how long did this dog live?
With us, she was only 4 months.
She only lived 4 months with you?
She was only 4 months, but I have to say that she is around us all the time.
So you only had this dog for 4 months?
4 months.
4 months.
4 months, right.
Wow.
The whole book is about experiences. 4 months experience. It's just unbelievable. Like,
why did you only have this dog for 4 months?
Then I would have to go into the story, which I wouldn't like to reveal the whole story.
I understand.
Right.
It's because you want the people to buy the book. Wow, it's very, very exciting. I mean, this is really an in-depth book. Are you psychic? Do you think now that you've had this dog, do you think now that you are psychic?
I don't think I'm psychic, but right now I have another dog, and I believe all dogs are psychic. So what's happening right now, my dog is actually seeing spirits around us. And it just happened like yesterday, which is fascinating. She was just barking. She was standing in the middle of the living room, and she's just backing up. And we came, my daughter and I, and like, what's happening? And I see that she's seeing something nobody else can. I took a picture.
This happened with me with this dog. I'm in my family room, and all of a sudden I see her barking, and she's staring at something, and she's barking and barking. And I go, what are you barking at? There's nobody here. And she was growling, and she was barking, and she kept looking and looking and barking. And I just knew, like you said, there was some spiritual presence in the room with me. I know my parents are both deceased, my mother and father are both deceased, but I know if my mother was here, she'd go wild over her, because she's like the cutest thing. And my mother had a poodle. So, and the poodle we had, I was a little girl when we had this poodle, and she was just totally in love with this dog. Right. So I think if anybody might have been there, might have been my mother. Who knows, right?
It's possible. And you know, if you want really to see the proof, you know, you just pick up your camera and take a picture, and you'll see, you'll find orbs. You know, orbs are like a circular white, like circles, white circles that are floating. And you know, if you're lucky, you can catch them because they're pretty fast. You know, they're pretty fast. They're moving, and it's like one of the proof that something is going on around us all the time.
What else does the book feature? What else does it tell us?
You know, introduction is written by a very well-known paranormal investigator, Joshua P. Warren, and it's on the bottom of the book. And he, you know, he's very well known in this country, and he wrote the book like Pet Goats and many other, so he knows what he's talking about. And at the end, you'll see I interviewed the 9 other very well known paranormal investigators as well, and they gave their own opinion of what was going on with my dog while I had her. So it's going to be very interesting to see what they say, to read what they say, and why this is happening. Because I believe that what happened to me is just one of the examples that's happening to many other households.
Well, I just told you my experience.
Right.
It's really baffling. I want to thank you, Olga, for talking to us about this particular book, Paranormal Pooch. Bring it up and show my audience again, you know, and let's see if we could get a close-up of the book.
And the book is available. The book is available at paranormalpooch.com.
That's the website that we can go on.
Exactly the same name as the book, paranormalpooch.com.
I think you should write more books about this.
Maybe in the future, but let's see how people will react. But not everybody believes in paranormal. That's my problem. So I have to kind of convince some of the people. So it's not that easy.
I know, darling. We know. Tell my audience one more time the website to go to find out more information about how we can purchase this book.
The name of the website is paranormalpooch.com.
Thank you, Olga. Thank you so much for that wonderful interview.
Welcome back to Alexandra's Psychic Eye. Olga Horvat is a speaker, an award-winning artist, and certified color therapist, and founder of Royal Dogs Gallery, a company that provides spiritual holistic products and services for dogs and their owners. And as the author of Paranormal Pooch, Olga gives an incredible glimpse into the paranormal events that eventually led her on a path to her own spirituality. And welcome today, Olga. We're so happy to have you on our show.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you. Now, before we get into your book, Paranormal Pooch, which I just want to hold it up there. And there's Princess, Paranormal Pooch. Okay, there it is. Okay. Fascinating, absolutely fascinating book. Okay. And the incredible paranormal occurrences that you experienced, Olga. You seem to have such a passion for dogs. Where does that deep passion for dogs come from?
Since I was a kid, I've been always very passionate about animals. I always go to zoos. I like to go to pet stores. I always surrounded myself with so many animals, especially dogs were my favorite. And we had so many animals in the house. So it was quite natural that I was very attracted to dogs.
Olga Horvat.
Paranormal Pooch.
Olga Horvat.
Paranormal Pooch.
Olga Horvat.
Paranormal Pooch.
Olga Horvat.
Paranormal Pooch.
Olga Horvat.
Paranormal Pooch. Paranormal Pooch.